Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for January 24th. January 24th is the 24th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 341 days remaining to the end of the year, except in leap years, in which case there are 342 days remaining to the end of the year. So now to our word of the day. And again, we're on words that defy the I before E rule. You know, that little spelling help poem that says I before E except after C, or the sound of long A as in neighbor or way. There are many more that defy that rule than there are that follow it. Anyway, today's word is Mythopoeic. It's spelled a couple of different ways, and it's an adjective relating to the making of myths. Comes from Greek mythos, which means myth, plus a word I'm not sure how to pronounce, which means to make. So it's a combined word that means to make a myth. And the earliest documented use of this word is 1846. Now I want to take a moment to remind you that links to my research are included in the show notes, and ask you to go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section and share this video. Moving on, we're going to start today's history in the year 41. When the Roman Emperor Caligula died on this day at the age of 28. As emperor, he wanted to increase the unconstrained personal power of the emperor, and there's probably good reason for that. He's been described as cruel, sadistic, extravagant, sexually perverse, and in general an insane tyrant. He was so bad that the Praetorian Guard, the senators, and the courtiers got together and assassinated him on this day in the year 41. He was 28. You have to be pretty doggone bad. As I understand it, a horrible human being. In the year 76, on January 24th, this is believed to be the birthday of the Roman Emperor Hadrian. Hadrian ruled for about 21 years, and he's best known for Hadrian's Wall in Great Britain. He also had a hand in rebuilding the Pantheon in Rome and inaugurating the building of the Temple of Venus and Roma, along with some other significant building projects. He lived to the age of 63. Gold was discovered on this day in 1848 at Sutter's Creek in California, launching the California Gold Rush. On January 24th, 1908, Robert Baden-Powell published the first in a series called Scouting for Boys, which ultimately generated the Boy Scout movement. That was over in England, and then, of course, the Boy Scout movement migrated over here. January 24th of 1917 is the birthday of American actor Ernest Borgnine. He had quite a lengthy filmography, and he lived to the age of 95. On January 24th, 1918, the Gregorian calendar was introduced in Russia by decree of the Council of People's Commissars to become effective on February 14th. This is the birthday of the evangelist Oral Roberts, born January 24th, 1918. His ministries reached millions of followers worldwide over a period of over 6 decades. He lived to the age of 91. January 24th of 1935, canned beer made its debut. Kruger started with a test batch of some 2,000 cans to see how it would fly, and they discovered that 91% of the drinkers approved of it. So Kruger gave it the go-ahead, and now canned beer can be found just about everywhere. This is the birthday of singer-songwriter Neil Diamond, born January 24th, 1941. He discovered singing and songwriting when he was a teenager and used his developing skill to write poetry to impress girls. He would write poems for girls that he liked in school, and didn't take him long to figure out they liked that a lot. His classmates saw this and started asking him to write poems for them that they could sing to the girls they admired. He's had 10 #1 singles on the Hot 100 and Adult Contemporary charts, and I bet there's a Neil Diamond song going through your head right now. He's been on social media over the last year. I've seen him singing songs from home. Still alive, Neil Diamond turns 80 in 2021. This next item we've touched upon before, the Battle of Stalingrad, both from the perspective of the Russians who were surrounded by Germans and also from the Germans who did the surrounding. To recap, the Battle of Stalingrad had begun the previous summer as German forces were sent to take the city. They got it surrounded, but of course the Russians fought back, and by this time it had gone on so long that the Germans were beginning to run low on resources and men. They'd lost a lot of men, more than half what they started out with. I think they started out with something like 280,000, and now they were down to 91,000. And then of course it's January, winter in Russia, and so it is that on January 24th, 1943, German General Friedrich Paulus urgently asked if Hitler to be allowed to retreat, but Hitler wasn't having it. He wouldn't budge. He insisted that they hold their positions to the last man in the last round, and it very well almost came to that. More about this in a few more days. Winston Churchill died on this date in 1965 in London. He was 90. On January 24th, 1971, co-founder of Alcoholics Anonymous, Bill W. died at the age of 75. And bless his heart, on January 24th, 1972, local farmers found Japanese Sergeant Soichi Yokoi, who had been hiding in the jungles of Guam for nearly 30 years and was unaware that World War II had ended. This next item we alluded to the other day when we mentioned Apple's 1984 commercial. On January 24th, 1984, Apple Computer placed the Macintosh personal computer on sale in the United States. On January 24th, 1989, the notorious serial killer Ted Bundy, with over 30 known victims, was executed in the electric chair at the Florida State Prison. The United States Department of Homeland Security began operations on January 24, 2003, and on January 24, 2006, the Walt Disney Company bought Pixar at the price of $7.4 billion. That's billion with a B. That's a lot of dollars. Yeah, Annie's ready to go. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section and share this video with others. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Lay down, honey. There's a good girl. Good girl. Where were we? That might not make it into the video. We'll see. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Good job. Not too salty, though. It's got to be just right. No, it's not. Okay, hold on. Okay, do that again. Okay. That's not a nice way to say it.